Okay, we are live. Looks like we already have one person watching. Pretty cool. I'm just gonna wait a couple, like 2 minutes for people to flow on in. Is sound working though? Is everything working? I'm gonna try to check on a different device. Looks like it's working for me, so. Hello. Just gonna wait for people to flow in a little bit. Last time we had around 8 viewers on average, so hopefully we can get up to around a similar mark. Thank you to whoever disliked the video. Oh, no one watching now. Okay. Is everything working? Sound, video? Someone say if it's working in the chat, just so I can make sure. So I don't really have a means to check this on my own here. 3 likes, wow. Okay. Let's give this another minute for people to flow in before we get started in the conversation. I'm going to primarily talk about what moves people can do now that the CBA is up. So there are some small things like hiring coaches that teams are able to do, but there's nothing major. But there's hiring coaches and one other thing that teams are able to do, which I think is notable. Okay. Is sound and video working, guys? I can't tell. Can someone write in the chat if it's working? What's up? Okay. Hello, Sub-Zero. Is sound working? Video looks like it's working from my end. Are we all good? Are we ready to start? Hi. Damn. Why? Alright. I'm just gonna get started anyway, even if sound or video is not working. So I put out a video a little bit earlier today. Yes, sound is working great. So I put out a video a bit earlier today talking about the Yankees hiring 2 coaches. And I hadn't realized this, but you can interact with coaches while the CBA is up and there's the lockout because they're not protected by the players union. It's mainly just the players and teams. The teams are going to be able to hire coaches, and the Yankees still need to fulfill a first base coach. Reggie Willett's left, and we still need to get a replacement for him. I'm happy he's gone. Or wait, the third base coach that we hired, he's gonna be the outfield instructor. Yeah, and that was Willett's job last year. So we just need a third base or a first base coach. That's all that we need to get done. I think that probably will happen while the lockout is in place because there's nothing else management really can do. They can't do trades, can't sign players. I think that we'll see a new first base coach arrive shortly. But we did get a couple of new coaches today. Dylan Lawson and Desi Dressel. I'm bad at names, but both of them worked with the team in the minors, and I'm happy about this. So our hitting in the minors was phenomenal. We saw breakouts like Everson Piera, Anthony Volpe. Overall, across the minors, our prospects just performed like crazy. It really helped us to have a lot of depth in our prospects and a lot of people that we could use in trades. For example, when we got Joey Gallo and we didn't really touch a top 10 prospect, we gave him a lot of depth. Or when we got Anthony Rizzo. being able to have good coaches is one of the more underrated things in the game. Oops. Sorry about that. Because coaching matters. I think that a manager isn't as important. 'Cause, like they're just using the bullpen phone and like bringing in the guy, setting the lineup, and I feel like that's not too difficult. But the internal stuff, keeping the team on the same page, that's all very important. One of the more underrated aspects in the game now with all these modern analytics, which I'm a big fan of, but they have to be properly used. And I think people are undervaluing coaches. And we have great coaches in the minors, and hopefully these guys can convert to the majors. Dylan Lawson had a fabulous, fabulous article written about him in The Athletic in 2019. So when he was just a minor league hitting coach, talking about how he had one of the most modern approaches, yet looking at lots of video, but not just like watching it and saying, hey, lay off that pitch, but watching it going frame by frame, like showing the pitch tunneling, having batters have to guess what pitch is something based off of, when the pitcher's about to release it or when it's 3 feet away from the pitcher's hand. A lot of stuff like that was very modern for him. I think that will help out the team a lot. We saw what a new modern coach in Matt Blake was able to do. Matt Blake was able to tremendously help the team. I mean, he turned guys like Clay Holmes into elite bullpen arms. Randy Peralta, Joely Rodriguez, he really helped out the team a ton. So I think that Lawson might be able to do that with a lot of our hitters. And we need that. Look at LeMahieu declined so fast. And yeah, like you could have expected this. He got very lucky. In 2020, shortened season, he's getting older. No one expected him to just stink at the plate to the extent that he did. So I'm hoping that the new coaches will be able to fix that. I don't know too much about the assistant pitching coach that we hired. I mean, like, I don't like it's just an assistant pitching coach. Who'll help in the bullpen, help out. But Matt Blake's really the main pitching coach there, and Blake is great. So I'm not really gonna address that too much there. But new hitting coach, I'm really happy about. And the other thing that teams are able to do besides signing hitting coaches is I believe that the international signing period will still be open. I saw a couple of people concerned about whether we'd still be able to bring in Roderick Arias because of the international signing period and the CBA, like crossing over into there. Because he's not on the 40-man roster, he will be able to play. The lockout is just impacting people on the 40-man roster because they're part of the Players Association. And unlike last time there was a strike, the Rule 5 draft will not happen. I think this does help the farm a good bit, though. Having Dominguez play will help him a ton. Having Volpe play, like still being able to play and rake, will help him out a lot. So I think that's really great that the minor league season will still be up and running. And heck, people might prefer that. You go to a minor league game, you can get tickets right behind home plate for $20. Major league game, that's costing you a couple hundred. So sometimes I feel like the minor league games are gonna be a little bit more popular than a lot might think. So what do you guys think about that though? I want to hear from you. I don't know, also I talk about Yankees for a long time, but it's good to get input from everyone that watches these videos and is subscribed. So, you guys got any thoughts? All right. If I see a comment, then I'll read it out. But the Justin Verlander thing. So I know a lot of people were very confused on what I meant in that video. Verlander signed a deal around 2 weeks ago. Everyone was reporting on it saying, "Oh, Justin Verlander signed." Great news, right? or for the Houston Astros fans. For the Yankee fans, not as good news. The issue is it was never confirmed. 2 weeks later, and it was never confirmed. That's just odd. That's just very odd. That doesn't happen much. You know, I made an analogy to when Michael Brantley was rumored to sign with the Jays, and everyone was going, "He's with the Jays. He's with the Jays." And around an hour later, they all redacted their statements and said, "Hey, we were wrong." No one said that about Verlander. I think he probably failed his physical because he was coming off of Tommy John. I saw a couple of people saying, "Oh, he's holding out for the money now." I kind of doubt that. He got a very generous deal, and he can't make a deal right now because of the CBA. So I'm just kind of confused there. Why some people would think that, but I think it's because of a failed physical. So there's that. Another thing that we might see are minor league trades. Again, with players not on the Rule 5 draft, they're still able to be moved because they're not part of the MLB Players Association. Only players on the 40-man roster are. That's kind of the news. There's no comments, and I'll just be ending the stream a little bit earlier than I wanted to, but it's all right. So, if there's no comments, then that's kind of just the stream there. I mean, I hope you enjoyed, whoever was watching the whole time. There was like one person, but now we're getting people. Yeah. Well, hopefully the Yankees, hopefully the collective bargaining agreement is reached soon. The Yankees will sign Correa and Freeman. Hey, New York Yankee coverage came in just at the right time. Well, we can't sign them right now. It's the difficult part. We can't do that. We can't make deals right now because of the CBA. I think that we could sign them though. When the CBA is reached, teams are going to be in a scramble, a mad dash to get players on their team that they need. Otherwise, they're going to be screwed when spring training rolls around because they haven't been able to negotiate this whole offseason. So, like, I think Olsen's more likely than Freeman, though. I think he's probably going to stick with the Braves. I just see that. And I think that he'll be a lot cheaper than Freeman will be in terms of money and in terms of, like, I know that signing a player in free agency versus trading them, but it will be more worth it to trade than sign here. So, all right. Looks like we don't have any more comments, though, so I'll be ending the stream right now. If you've enjoyed, then like and subscribe, and hopefully you have a good day.